All right, y'all, let's get into the book of Genesis and the archaeological find known as the Mari text. Now you may be asking, what are the Mari texts?
What you say?
Well, the Mari texts are these small clay tablets that date to the early 18th century B.C.E. So that means we're talking within the range of 1800 BCE to about 1750 BCE. Now they're called the Mari texts because they were discovered in the ancient Babylonian city Mari, which is modern day Deir ez-Zor. And let me tell you something else about the Mari texts. Archaeologists found over 20,000 of these little clay tablets. And get this, they were all written in the ancient Babylonian language known as Akkadian, but they were written in a style of writing that we call cuneiform. And what I mean is that the Akkadian language on these tablets was written in these wedge-shaped characters. And that's cuneiform. And when we look at what's written on the Mari text, a lot of them are letters between leaders, administrative documents, or treaties, and just a bunch of other different miscellaneous things. But what do the Mari texts have to do with the book of Genesis? Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, the dating for the Mari text, that is the 18th century BCE, puts them in a period that we call the Middle Bronze Age. And the Middle Bronze Age is where a lot of archaeologists like to place the events of the patriarchs in Genesis. That's the events of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Joseph. Basically Genesis 12 through 50. You see, when we read through Genesis 12 through 50, we get this picture of a world that consists of nomadic rulers and independent rulers ruling on different settlements throughout ancient Israel, or as it was known then, Canaan, which is almost the exact same world that's pictured within the Mari text. But with the Mari text, we get even more details of how this world was shaping and moving. And since the Mari text and Genesis 12:50 reflect the same world, we can take the information that we learn from the Mari text and use that to better understand the world of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Joseph. So for instance, Genesis 12 talks about how Abram, aka Abraham, came from a city called Haran, something like that. And the biblical text doesn't give us that much detail about the city of Haran, but the Mari text give us just a little bit more information about this city. One of the letters found among the Mari text lets us know that Haran was situated in a very important trade area of ancient Babylon at the time. And from another letter, we learned that Haran was also the location for the main temple for the moon god Sin. So we take this information and we learn that Abraham came from a city that was booming and probably everybody was up in there getting paid because it's a part of an important trade route, but it was also important culturally. So I want y'all to process what I just told you. Based on what we learned from the Mari text, Abraham comes from the city of Haran, which was a city that was booming culturally and financially. Yahweh asked him to leave this, y'all. And he not only does he ask him to leave this, but he asks him to leave this and he don't even really know where he's going in Canaan. He just knows that he's going to Canaan. He's leaving this very, very good setup to go to some unknown setup. It really just adds way more meat to the text when you think about it. I mean, honestly, can you now imagine the faith and gusto that was required of Abraham to leave such a situation to such an unknown situation? I mean, seriously, y'all, no wonder he in the Faith Hall of Fame in the book of Hebrews. I'm just saying. So when we look at the Mari text and the book of Genesis, not only do we get the opportunity to see the same cultures reflected in these worlds, with the Mari text, we have the opportunity to gain more information that then better helps us to understand the cultural context of the book of Genesis. And that's one of the great things about studying archaeology and studying the Bible. Hey, listen, let me know what y'all think about all this in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to get your feedback on that. And make sure you like this video, share this video, and make sure y'all follow me across all my social media platforms. I'll see y'all next time.